All right, here we go. So I'm heading to South Carolina for a fake football game with my two friends. And it looks like we're going to meet up with Justin, hopefully, who I met from YouTube, but I've never met him in person. So we're about to, and that's exciting. And a lot to go over. When I woke up this evening or this afternoon, I thought November is 9. What if this November calendar also matches the September calendar of 2001? Then you could have the event this month with the next progression, maybe go from 11 to 22 and or on the 11th. And it does not match. Was not a match from Saturday. And then this begins on a Tuesday. So, okay, so we excommunicated that. AWTR has a new video out. Can't wait. It's very short. It's 102, which is for January 2nd. So if the spirit is telling us that through AWTR that it is on January 2nd, fantastic. You know, I can make a case for December 2nd because Deca is 10 October. Rise on the third day on the solar eclipse on the golf course. So December 2nd is nothing to laugh at because he does have to rise before he ascends. And then we assume he would ascend up through the snow full moon. Cellar door. I don't know. So you can make a case for December 2nd. And maybe to attract attention, I'll put that in the title. And so anyway, AWTR has a video out. I'm logged into my, let me see here. Let me get that switched up. There's Justin commenting. I changed the thumbnail on my recent video. I meant to put Doug Williams in there. So if you see a new thumbnail, it's not a new video, which I thought about that after I did it. I was like, well, you could be throwing your subscribers off. So the new Doug Williams thumbnail is still the same video. More details about January 2nd Donnie Darko review. And it looks like I'm going back to watch Donnie Darko again. And this time I'm just looking for, and I've looked at more stuff. By the way, my friend Adam, he is Solid Lion. I'm not sub to him on this channel because this channel is not the one that hooks up to my TV. As you can see that I've set it up to, I go to my liked to view videos and because it's easiest to do. So he's set up on my main channel that runs through my TV, the old archives channel. But Solid Lion, the key to Trump's return, Hearts of Delusion. So I'm looking forward to that one. And Adam's the one that told me to look at when Trump had the illness, which connected us to the solar eclipse. Of 2023. So now let's go through preps. Some interesting things. The 473 days, I already went over that with y'all. The 1988 election, when I'm watching that Donnie Darko movie, when I'm rewatching it, I was like, well, let's look at when that election was with Dukakis. And I need to gematria his name, Dukakis, because, he is prominent in Donnie Darko. Like every single thing about Donnie Darko now, I'm just going to start dissecting it. And the election of 1988 was on November 8th. 11 times 8 is 88 in 1988. And again, what we like about January 2nd is you go up 8 days from the portal and you go back 8 days. When you go up 8 days, you get Donnie busting up the eye, or the dotting of the eye, which is what they do at Ohio State, the buck eye. Their ritual before the game with the band is called the dotting of the eye. And it's the buck eye. And I think they're going to be in the national championship against Alabama, the Antichrist or Satan Ghost in the Machine squad. The red wave of the sheep's blood. The trumpet that sounds when they score a touchdown is the elephant trumpet noise. And I think it'll be the buck eye that'll be playing them. So, but I definitely need to look at Michael Dukakis or Dukakis in gematria. And if this video is not too long, we'll do that here. Voices carry, when I heard it playing, the length is 420, which we know we're looking at the abomination of desolation date, or when he goes down. If he doesn't go down by May 11th, then I would look really strong at him going down at that. There is no total solar eclipse in 2002. I mean, in 2022. So it's this one on December 4th going to that one on Hitler's birthday, 2023. So the B-side of Till Tuesday from the album Voices Carry, which plays in the background when Donnie's in his room, showing the right eye very early in the beginning of the movie. It was released on March 28th, which is 328, which that's the last 3 digit of me and my second wife's number. It ends in 328. It's got 3 zeros in the middle, which is pretty weird. And her son's number had 3 zeros in the middle of his individual number. Recorded in 1985, that year that we keep talking about, in New York, Trump's town. But the B-side is, Are You Serious? For Sirius the Dog Star. So what they're asking Trump is, are you serious, the Dog Star? Because, you know, he is. The numbers 21 or 12 do give you January 2nd, which is 37 and 73. It's the 12th and 21st prime numbers. And what is 2806? Why did I put that there? I'm not sure. You ever hid something and said, well, I'll put it here, and then you forget where you put it? That's pretty much what that 2806 is about. The Day the Earth Stood Still was released on January 1st. Oh, I know what it was. In this Donnie Darko, they've got 3 movies, or 2 movies they preview. And I was like, well, go over those movies and see if there's a release date. And one of them is The Day the Earth Stood Still. And it was released on January 1st, not the 2nd. Which the 1st, I mean, that's a possible date because it's 28 days after the solar eclipse. But we surmise that it's possible that they're telling you in 28 days plus some, which now throws you into January 2nd. It's 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. It all adds up to 88. And the 88, again, we're taking 8 away from the portal and adding 8 to the portal. But when you add 8 to the portal, you get, when Donnie, it states it is October 18th, which is January 18th, when he's dotting the eye of the rabbit with the knife. Well, you go back 8 days, that's the new moon, or October 2nd, when Donnie goes back and dies at the end of the movie. So Just very strong. We're just very strong. I'm very strong. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say we. I'm very strong on January 2nd now. I put that as my #1 date. I would put the solar eclipse of the 4th as my #2 date. December 2nd as my #3 date. Lots of dates in November. You can look at by the way, when I counted them up and I said that sounds like 15 or 20, I rewatched that video and I counted, it was 14 dates I threw out there. And that's just between the portal and now. Day the Earth Stood Still, released on December 12th. While we were going through our separation in 2008. Still dating each other. We're seeing each other intimately. What about March 15th when Snoop did the assassination video? I did look at that. I can't believe I don't have my portal dates up. That's bad prepping. Hang on just a second. Yeah, and I told Adam in Facebook Messenger, I said, that's a strong date because that's 11/7 from Revelation 11/7, the beast rising up out of the pit. So when Snoop Dogg did his deed with Trump, Snoop Dogg, Donald Trump assassination. So when you look at that, I guess that's going to be our thumbnail, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's a good thumbnail. And thank you, Adam, for that. And so that's a big crossover date. And I guess one that I need to add to the portal if I haven't already. That's a 64-day. And that takes you to March. Isn't that the Ides of March? November 7th, not 17th, equals Revelation 11/7 rising from pit. It's big. When is the Ides of March? Is that March 5th or 15th? The Ides of March date. Till Tuesday. November 2021 calendar.
Check.
That goes back to a Sunday to Tuesday. Seems to be the big combinations. That's big, y'all. I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's Ides of March. And so if you were to gematria Ides of March, Ides of March, it's the 74th day of the Roman calendar. Now, you know, when we go 74 days through the portal, that was the next progression of 37, and that hits on 11/09 or March 13th. That's our 313 day. That's 313 through the portal, because we have to look at everything abstractly. 313 through the portal. I don't know if I'm going to remember that. Like I'll go back and say, like, why is it 313 through the portal? You know what I'm saying? So that's a big date. Big date. What else? Let's keep going. Never Tear Us Apart opens the movie, and it was released on 8/8 in 88. I mean, good grief. This movie. I think I've narrowed down that this movie is everything. That everything you need to know is in this movie. That's why I'm going to rewatch it again. Director's cut, of course. And the Porsche 911 is at the very beginning, after Donnie arrives on his bicycle, and then they show it later on. I don't know if y'all caught that video that I shared with y'all by LXXXXII Finished in Porsche. This is called 12 when jet hits Donnie's room. It's 12 midnight when the jet hits Donnie's room. By the way, the length of the movie is 2:13:51, 2:13:51. And it does strike midnight when the jet hits. So it is officially the 2nd. There's no way to sell that he dies on the 1st of January or October in this movie. So and then the rabbit comes on, and then you see the October 2nd date given after the fact, after the clock. So just wanted to verify that. Oh, and when it hits, that's what I wanted to tell you. There's a 12 in the minutes. It's 12:30. The clock does strike 12 midnight, but I was confused. That's why I put the time down there. It is a 12. And if you look, there's a 21 for the length, which could be the 2nd day of the 1st month. And then that 351 is my second wife's live-in boyfriend's marriage number, first 3 digits. The next progression is 352 or 36. So when she marries, it would be the 89 marrying the 36. And or we know 36 is the triangular number for 666. Again, everything about my second wife relates to the end times. In the craziest way ever. And so there is a 12 and a 21 when the jet hits, which 37 and 73 are the 12th and 21st prime numbers. And her boyfriend's number begins with a 37, just like Earl's number did, and she was born in 73. I mean, the hits just go on and on and on and on with that. And that's pretty much it with the prep. And was there anything else?